Hey guys, I'm Matilda, and today's video I wanted to share a story with you about how somebody lost their property, lost their house. And I wanted you to take away some critical lessons from it and share your thoughts with me. I give my thoughts about this story at the end of the video. Make sure to watch till the end of the video so that you actually hear what I think about it and comment in the comment section what your thoughts are on this issue. So this story begins with a family that decides to actually move into their unfinished house. Now they've been building this house for 13 years, which by Zambian standards, it's not a strange thing to actually see. Most Zambians will do a practice that is like build slow but steadily as long as you're getting to your goal. So it's really normal to see people that have been building their dream homes or any home or any house for that matter for 5, 10, 7 years. The important thing for them is to actually start and keep going until you reach your goal, which is understandable and works perfectly well for some people. Now, this family decided to move into their unfinished home with the hopes of stopping to pay rentals and targeting or pointing all their rental payments towards upgrading their house. And this for them in their calculations was going to help them really just upgrade their house and finish it in due time instead of having to maintain a rental facility where you pay rentals and live there and also build, which you could see they've been building for 13 years and was kind of slowing them down. Now, the difference with the 13th year that they decided to move into that unfinished house is that the main breadwinner, which was the father, the husband in that setup, lost his job. Whether it was him being fired, but he wasn't really fired actually. He lost his job, contract situation. So he had to now make a decision, of course, with the wife, and they decided to say, look, for the little money that we have, not even little, for this money that we have to make sure that the impact is significant and help us to stay afloat in our family. And so that was the move. That's how it was necessitated. And by the way, can I say it's not an easy thing to live in an unfinished house, but it can be pretty rewarding. All that I say is each member in the household needs to really be patient with the other because it can be daunting. Imagine unfinished plumbing or unpainted walls or undone floors, and you have to really live in there while fixing all of that. But a really rewarding activity when you think about it. So back to the story. This family decided to actually move in, and so what they did, which naturally is what any adult would do, is inform their landlord in good time and inform the caretaker that was occupying their unfinished house. Now, in Zambia, it's not strange to also have a caretaker, and I use that in inverted commas. This is somebody that stays at an unfinished house so that the homeowner doesn't have to worry about unkept grass or a dirty yard or the lack of security because there's now somebody who's lodging there. The idea behind it is the homeowner doesn't want to spend money with hiring people who are going to be checking up on the place or cleaning it up or security guards to preserve or to look after the materials that are there for building. So it's easier for them to get a caretaker to live there, and that caretaker provides some sense of security because you're now helping them with accommodation and they're helping you with just, not having to deal with overgrown grass or unkept environments and just really checking out what's going on. And so they informed the caretaker. This caretaker, okay, agrees, okay, fine. So there's enough time for him to also look for a house and plan to actually move out so that this family moves in. The man of the house, of course, decides that okay, before I move my family in, let me upgrade it even more so that it's more habitable for his wife and kids. And so as they're doing that, things are going pretty well. They're getting ready. There's a date set for them to move into that unfinished house. And, things are happening as usual, as expected with such a project. So one incident that actually just surprised me was one time the owner of the house wanted to start working on the master bedroom. So the master bedroom was locked. So they looked around for the key, but the caretaker wasn't around. So that's how the man of the house decided to wait or return, whichever way he did it. He returned in the evening and spoke to the caretaker saying, look, we want to work in the master bedroom, there's no key, where did you go? And so he naturally explained, well, I'm not comfortable leaving this bedroom door open. It's where I am right now, so I didn't want anybody just coming in and out. Naturally, you'd understand that. So when they spoke, they said, okay, fine, you can move your bedroom and your things to this other bedroom so that while you're looking for a house, you still have some privacy and some dignity, and then we can work on the master bedroom. Fine, it was agreed. So they kept working on the master bedroom, and few days to move in, they decided to say, okay, fine, let's start moving our furniture in, slow but steady. So as I decided to move in, they noticed the master bedroom was locked again. So now this was something strange, and they called the caretaker. What's going on? We thought that we had an agreement, you're getting ready to leave, but we need to start moving in. And this caretaker, lo and behold, says, I'm not moving out. And by the way, I'm really summarizing this story. Says, I'm not moving out. So the homeowner is surprised and says, why? And you haven't found any place? Do you need help finding a place? And he said, no, I haven't been looking. I don't think I want to move unless you pay me my salary arrears. So the homeowner was taken aback, and an argument ensued, and all that drama and all that happened. The wives came out, and those exchange of words. Long story short, this case went to court. So as it went to court, in summary, the court ruled in favor of the caretaker, and they ordered the homeowner to pay the caretaker 300,000 kwacha at least in salary arrears. So the homeowner was confused, and he said, how? The caretaker was able to prove that he was employed by this person, of which the homeowner said, no, he never employed him. But the court said he acted like he employed the person, and the person understood that he was employed, therefore he was employed and needed to be paid a salary arrears of, about 10 years or so. So, now that I've shared that story, and of course it's been progressing, but the homeowner did not have money to pay, and so that's how he lost his property, or actually, threatened his property. What would you do if you were in that situation? Now, when I look at this story, I observe a number of key things, right? Some of them we won't get into, but there are two things that I want to observe. The first thing is this caretaker knew from the get-go that he wasn't going to move out. How was he letting the homeowner keep on renovating the house, knowing fully well that he wasn't going to move out? Because when you think about it, the homeowner wasn't going to move in because the caretaker wasn't going to move out, meaning he needed to actually have some money left over to rent another place, because remember, he informed his landlord that he will be moving out. So in case somebody else was found for where he was renting, he needed to really move out, right? So we can look at that like, okay, the caretaker was pretty much suspicious there, like he didn't have good motives, right? But the key thing that I want to take away, or actually that really shook me up as I heard this story, is what does the law say about what or how we interact in the marketplace? Sometimes when we interact with each other, it seems harmless. It seems like what I have in my mind is what you have in your mind, and that's the reality of what the law says is right. But it's not really the case. In this case, the caretaker said that the homeowner paid him about once or twice a certain amount of money. So he was free to assume that that was his salary, and the reason he hadn't been paying him was really like he couldn't understand. But when do you know you've employed someone, or when do you know you haven't employed someone? This got me really curious and had me really thinking about business law. What laws really govern how we interact, how we sell goods, how we buy goods, how we formulate companies and businesses, how we interact with each other? When do I know I've employed someone or I haven't employed somebody? When am I breaching a contract and when am I not breaching a contract? What rights do I have? Where do my limitations start and end as I interact in the marketplace? So those were things that really got me thinking, and I wondered what you would think as well. So please comment in the comment section what you would do if you were the homeowner and you had this situation. What would you do to actually protect your property from loss? Or how are you actually protecting your property right now? Because remember, financial literacy is not just about making money, saving money, and investing. It's also about protecting your assets. Because when you protect your assets, you're also identifying that it wasn't easy to come about to those assets. It took time, sacrifice, and a lot of effort. So we oftentimes want to protect our assets. So how are you protecting your assets? The third thing you can actually comment in the comment section is, have you ever considered taking business law? No matter which way you swing it, please comment as well why you have or haven't. What difference does it make for you? Because I found this to be a really significant eye-opener into the cases around the marketplace. So guys, thanks for watching, and remember to share, like, and subscribe as usual, and make sure to comment in the comment section what you think about this story.